Welcome back, everybody, to our third and final round of the Great Marshmallow Debate. I'm joined today by our final contestants,
Elise,
Andres.
And just as a quick primer to refresh on the rules, both of our contestants are going to pick a pop culture character out of this bin, and I'm going to pick a scenario out of this cup. And they're going to tell me why the character they've selected is the better choice for the scenario that I've chosen. And if they lose, they have to take a marshmallow and stuff it in their face and debate through the next round. Both contestants have the option to return any character that they are not familiar with to the bucket and select a new one on the condition that they stick with their alternate no matter what. With that being said, we're going to debate to the best out of 5 rounds, and let's hop to it.
I have Ash Ketchum.
Okay, from Pokemon.
36 Sora from Kingdom of Hearts.
I think that might just be the name on the number on there, but Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Is that good for you?
I'm gonna put it back.
Okay, fair enough. We're gonna go ahead and we'll just exclude that from play.
I'm gonna, I have Aaron from Key and Peele.
How is that all debatable? I guess you just stick with the alternate no matter what, but okay. And you have to tell me why the character you've chosen would be the better choice to team up with in a Nerf gun battle. All right, we're gonna have opening remarks and then rebuttals. Elise, why don't you start us off with your opening?
This is easy. Ash Ketchum is clearly the better choice because not only is he the better choice, he's the best choice because he wants to be the best, like no one was before. And you can't compete with the best, and Ash Ketchum is clearly the best.
Fair enough. Andres, your opening remarks.
What a great partner in Aaron. Basically, you have someone here that can be pretty much the guy that you go to feel safe. In the worst case scenario, you can also use him as a human shield in the Nerf gun battle. That's the first thing. And the other one is you just want someone like a friend for this kind of competitions.
Fair enough. Elise, how about your rebuttal?
Ash Ketchum goes on adventures all the time. He's in really tense situations. Nerf gun battles, they get pretty intense. He's gonna be pretty level-headed. He's gonna be a good companion. He knows how to battle, Pokemon battles. He's obviously the better alternative.
Your rebuttal?
Ash is pretty much nothing without his yellow friend and pretty much and his other friends. He doesn't do anything without them. He can't even go to the bathroom without them or without his yellow little friend. How is he gonna help you in a Nerf gun battle? Aaron is pretty much the guy to go to.
You know what, this was a tough one to call, and I won't lie, you kind of got screwed on your character choice, but Elise kind of sold me on Ash's competitive nature. But being that you got screwed with a crap character, I'm gonna go ahead and put a marshmallow in my mouth for you, so.
Solid.
All right, so now we're gonna move on to the second round. Elise, if you'd kindly select your character.
Okay. Oh God. I got Rambo.
Ooh, John Rambo. And who have you got?
This is gonna be interesting because I have Beetlejuice.
Ooh, and you both are comfortable with the characters you selected.
Yes.
Very cool. You have to tell me why the character you've selected would be the better character to visit a museum with.
Oh God.
Bearing that in mind, Elise, if we could have your opening statements.
Rambo's intense. Museums, they have displays that can be really intense. You can get a really interesting point of view from Rambo. He's a very interesting guy. He has a lot of interesting personal experience. He was alive. Yeah, okay, just go.
Andres, if we could have your opening remarks.
Well, Beetlejuice. What's gonna happen when you take this guy to a museum? He's gonna be the life of the party. That's not gonna be a regular trip to a museum. That's gonna be a journey through history, through time, through space.
Very fair. Elise, if we could have your rebuttal.
Listen, there's a lot of weapons checks before you go into a museum, so it's probably fine if you bring Rambo. He's gonna give you an interesting perspective on a trip to the museum that no one ever could. This is not your basic field trip.
And if we could have your rebuttal.
My rebuttal is gonna be one sentence long and pretty much is the following. The only museum you could tour with Rambo is a war museum. That's it. Beetlejuice, you can go anywhere with him, and you're gonna have a good time. That's it.
Very fair. Well, you know what? That was a very tightly debated one. I'm gonna have to give this one to Andres and Elise. If you could go ahead and put a marshmallow in your face. All right. Wow, my face hurts. This is terrible.
Now you know how it feels.
Elise,
Okay.
whenever you're ready.
All right. Oh my God, I have to.
Okay.
It's fine. Don't worry about
I'll
it.
just go ahead and put that one back in there. Andres, if you could select your character.
I'm gonna go.
Who have you got?
I have Splinter from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Ooh, Splinter, the master of the TMNT. And who have you got?
Bob the Tomato from VeggieTale.
Good stuff. I'm more of a fan of Larry the Cucumber, but are you gonna stick with that character?
I don't like vegetables, so no.
All right, well, hang on to that. You can select your alternate, but you have to stick with it no matter what.
I have Dr. Cox from Scrubs.
All right, and you have to tell me why the character you've selected would be the better character with whom you could go on a vision quest.
Oh my God.
Vision quest. Gonna plumb the depths of your own mind and soul, find out what that vision is. Elise, could we have your opening statements?
Splinter is a damn sensei. He is like, his job is to take you on a vision quest. That's what he does. He is wise, he is old. That's the exact person you want to go on a vision quest with. I mean, he basically is the incarnation of a vision quest. He is a talking rat. That's straight out of a vision quest. Perfect.
Andres, we could have your opening statements.
Well, besides putting the fact that Splinter is an animal, Dr. Cox is a real person in the medical field of life. Someone who's a doctor has all the tools that you need in order for you to realize your full potential, to see what you can do and what you can become. But this is pretty much what Dr. Cox can bring to you, besides giving you good life lessons.
If we're gonna talk about someone who can tell you what your potential is, it's obviously Master Splinter. He trained the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He made them what they are. And you're gonna talk about a medical doctor, like he's grounded in the field of science, where Splinter is the more spiritual, and that's what you need for a vision quest.
In a way, Splinter is more spiritual, but we're talking about visions, about the grand scheme of things. And you're talking about a professor who pretty much tries to coach and guide these 4 turtles who fight all the time and only eat pizza. So what do you want? Do you want someone who's efficient as a doctor, or do you want a rat who just like tries to teach some turtles to fight?
I'm gonna have to say that Elise won this round. Dr. Cox would be an interesting person to go on one with, but Splinter could lead you through it, and he's got that spiritual aspect that I think Dr. Cox just wouldn't believe in. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and say, put a marshmallow in your mouth.
We need to have a challenge rule in this game.
Okay, and now we're gonna move on to our next round. If you could please select your character, Elise.
All right.
And Andres, you as well.
This game needs a challenge rule.
Okay, who have you selected?
I selected the Fresh Prince.
Oh, okay, the fictionalized version of Will Smith. I can dig it. You're gonna stick with him?
Yeah, why not?
Who have you selected?
Funshine Bear from the Care Bears. No,
We're turning it already?
none of that. None of that. John McClane
Okay.
from the Die Hard series.
Very cool. All right. And you have to tell me why the character you've selected would be the better lawyer. Why would you
God.
rather have this character represent you in the court of law? Elise, if we could have your opening statements.
Can you imagine how fun that would be to have the Fresh Prince as your lawyer? You could just spit some funky fresh rhymes about like how you didn't do it and you're not guilty. I think it would be great. I think the Fresh Prince knows what he's talking about. He knows how to handle conflict. Yeah.
Very cool. And what about your opening statements?
Well, in the case that you do need a lawyer, it's because you got in trouble. So if you want to get out of those troubles, what better person than a cop, a former cop, to get you out of those troubles? He knows the law by heart. That's his job. So that's pretty much why John McClane would be the best person for the job.
Very fair. Your rebuttal?
But John McClane is a very intense man, and he's very terrifying, and that's not something you want to win over a jury, where Will Smith he's really charming, and he's fun, and he'll definitely get the jury on your side.
Your rebuttal?
You have to also take into consideration the fact that the jury, most of the time, is made up by people not 18-year-olds who would enjoy rap or someone charismatic, or someone who's fresh in a way, to be leading the defense of someone. The one pretty much who's serious, who knows what he's doing, and that's John McClane, not the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I'm gonna have to say that Andres, you won this round. That was a very cogent argument. I don't doubt that Will Smith would be a fun person to have represent you in court, but you can't deny that John McClane knows the law here, even if he is a loose cannon cop that doesn't play by anyone's rules. So, with that said, I guess this is gonna be the decision-making round. Contestants, again, I'd just like to thank you both for making this far. It's been an honor serving as your judge, and with that said, if you'd kindly select your characters.
Oh God.
Who have you got, Elise?
I got Josh from Drake and Josh.
Ooh, okay. Josh, just remember, he's the formerly tubby guy that ended up getting a little bit better than his co-star, looking wise. So how about you? Who'd you get?
I have the Red Muppet, Elmo.
You gonna go with Elmo?
I'm gonna go with Elmo.
Okay, a bold decision. We have the comedic relief characters, and you have to tell me why the character you've chosen. This is such a wholesome note to end on. You have to tell me why the character that you've chosen would be the better character to spend a day in Disney World with would be.
Oh my God.
All right. Elise, if we could have your opening.
Josh would be so fun to spend a day in Disney World with because the entire Drake and Josh, it's such a fun show. Like, Drake and Josh are brothers and they like get into shenanigans, but they always have each other's back and they all do really fun, crazy adventures. And I feel like a day in Disneyland or Disney World, whatever, it's Disney. And you would just like, okay.
And that's time. If we could have your opening statement.
What better person, or animal, or whatever Elmo is, it is just to go to the happiest place to go with. Elmo. You wanna go to the happiest place on earth with the happiest person on earth. So Elmo is gonna be just a joyful ride. He's gonna have the greatest time, so does you.
Okay, your rebuttal.
Yeah, but taking Elmo to Disney is like taking a child to Disney, and that's hard work. Where Josh is like you're equal, you're on the same page. Like you're gonna have a fun time with Josh. Josh is always like the comedic relief. You're gonna have fun no matter what. It's gonna be a good time.
Your rebuttal.
Well, pretty much Disney World is made for all ages. I don't discriminate, but it's made for kids. So what better reason to take a kid such as Elmo to the happiest place on earth where they're gonna see Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, and everyone else. Besides, the whole time that Josh is gonna be there, he's gonna complain why is Oprah not in the park and not be focused on anything else.
This was a tough one. There were good arguments on both sides, I have to say. At least you raised a good point about how troublesome it can be to maybe take a kid to a Disney park, but you make a really good point when you say that it's kind of why you go in the first place. And I think I'm gonna have to say, Andres, I'm gonna give it to you and declare you the champion of the Great Marshmallow Debate. Again, I just wanted to say, thank you to all of our sponsors, thank you to all of our contestants for making this moment possible. You both did an excellent job, and it's been an honor serving as your judge. And let's get these marshmallows out of our mouth as soon as possible. Thank you guys for joining us.